boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about a movie that I was considering talking about for anniversary week, but I kind of consider it more of a hidden gem of a film. That is actually a franchise, if you guys aren't familiar with it. It's called Phantasm, directed by Don Coscarelli, who I have met, and I think is an awesome dude. And he was kind of the reason why I wanted to watch this franchise in the first place. And so I watched it for the first time, all five movies in the series for the first time over the summer, and yeah, that's kind of where my personal background with this film starts. So, if you're new here, I'm Mike, and this is episode 10 of the Halloween Spooktacular Extravaganza, episode 3 of Hidden Gem Week, and kicking today off, we have the original Phantasm from Don Coscarelli, as I said, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the background of this film. So, this film is, as I said, directed by Don Coscarelli and stars Angus Scrimm as the tall man, who is the antagonist of the film and kind of who we follow most of the film. We also have A. Michael Baldwin as Mike Pearson, Bill Thornberry as Jody Pearson, and Reggie Bannister as Reggie. The film follows Mike as he comes across some mysterious tall man who works in the mortuary and graveyard, and he starts seeing these dug up graves in the graveyard, and starts to try and piece everything together to try and reveal it, that ends up revealing that something sinister and supernatural is really going on behind the curtain. So right off the bat, I just want to say this film caught me completely by surprise. Uh, this was a movie that I had been wanting to watch for a little while, but I didn't know how well it was going to hold up for me personally because it's a 70s film, and I didn't think it was going to hold up nearly as well as it could have. But man, this film really, really does hold up really well. And basically, Don Coscarelli said that the ideas for this kind of just came to him in like a nightmare of his, and there's like a 3 hour cut of this movie out there that he initially made, but like trimmed up, and over time, some of the footage has released because there was some footage that was released or that was put out in Phantasm 4, which it was like kind of like flashback footage, but also just like regular footage put into the film. So it kind of has like that aesthetic of this original film, but also it's not a fantastic movie by any means. But in terms of this movie, I genuinely think this film is extremely underrated and underwatched. So if you have never seen Phantasm, please do yourself a favor and watch it. And I hope you guys enjoy it. But anyways, this film really has this great setup for this world of the tall man and the sinister things that he does, where it's kind of revealed that he takes these dead bodies, reanimates them, and basically just takes control of them and takes them to this else world and act as the slaves. And so it's kind of revealed like throughout this film and the next couple of movies in the franchise that the tall man isn't human. Like he's one of these orbs, I guess you can say, like like the sphere that you probably have seen from the franchise. It's like the main staple weapon that the tall man uses is this orb, or these orbs that have like that are kind of invincible and just like float around and have like drills and blades that pop out of them, and wicked stuff. And it's just really, really cool. Just so many ideas put into this film, such a creative film that watching it in today's day and age really held up as just such a unique idea that feels so foreign today, specifically because of how many movies we get that are just franchise films and big blockbusters and horror movies that have the same concept over and over again. And this film just feels so unique, and a vision that worked so well in what it was trying to accomplish, and I really, really respect that film. about the film. And also, as I said, I've met Don Coscarelli. If you haven't seen my HorrorCon video, I will link it up here so you guys can go ahead and watch it. But this film, we just like went back and forth for I don't know 10 minutes just talking about the Phantasm movies, and um, I also he was in like um a kind of like a conference thing that was open to the public to watch like a recording of a podcast episode with the uh, runners of the convention, and so he was talking about what like how he got the ideas for Phantasm and stuff like that, and it's just really really fascinating to see what went through his head when it was coming into this stuff, and also just there's so much cool background info about the film where it was literally just such a low budget film, shoestring budget, no name actors put into it that just like a young Don Coscarelli made this film and had his vision completely put into the film, and I absolutely love that. So yeah. So in all, I think the original Phantasm is an absolutely wicked film that I recommend to any horror fan out there. That if you love the insane, batshit crazy, just wild sci-fi horror kind of story, you should check this film out. And while you're at it, also watch Phantasm 2, which is a fantastic sequel, which I think actually surpasses this original by just a tiny bit. But if you guys have seen Phantasm, let me know what you think down below in the comments section. And like I said, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. And then after that, let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe before you leave, if you like this video at least. And I hope you guys come back for episode 11 of the Spooktacular Extravaganza. See you guys tomorrow.